Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a glorious day. Oh, I am struggling with my hair. I can't wait until we get our bathroom back and I'm able to do my hair again. So, what did we do today? Today, I finished my Dracula piece. I love the end of a piece, but at the same time, it's always a complicated emotion because it's never what I imagined it would be in the beginning. I always have these grand plans and I expect this to be the best piece I've ever painted. And then about 3/4 of the way through, I realize that it's just not going to hit that goal. And then I hate it. I go through this stage of like, it's just disappointing. But by the end, I kind of hit this acceptance where I'm like, okay, it's not as good as I wanted, but it's finished and, it's time to go on to the next exciting thing. So I am fairly happy with how it turned out. Over time, I will like it more as I get further away from the end of it and further away from those expectations that I had. But right now, I know how the emotional roller coaster goes, so I'm distancing myself from the disappointment and I'm just satisfied with it being done. There's nothing else I can really do to it at this point. It's as good as it's gonna get. So I'm not trying to say that I'm disappointed in my skills as an artist or I feel discouraged to continue pushing. I actually find it as incentive to try harder. I actually never want to be fully satisfied with my work. I always want to have that little hint of dissatisfaction because once you're completely complacent with your art, you're not going to grow anymore. You're not going to push yourself to grow anymore. And so I think that artists are their own worst critic thing is actually a benefit to a certain degree. You have to be lenient on yourself and forgiving on yourself and not be too hard. But I think just a little touch, a little pinch of dissatisfaction is healthy. So outside of finishing the Dracula piece, I also had a feather painting on my schedule to finish, and I was not able to finish the feather painting, but I did get a really healthy start on it. So I will be finishing that tomorrow morning. This time around, I worked on a three-eyed owl. As you can see, this three-eyed owl is based on a snowy owl instead of a great horned owl, which is what I normally do for my three-eyed owls. I paint a lot of three-eyed owls. I love them, and they're kind of the mascot of my tarot deck. So I have been painting them a lot more ever since the tarot deck. I feel like they're starting to become almost like a brand creature for me, which of course people have painted three-eyed owls in the past, but I just feel like it's something that I'm going to be painting a lot for my world building. So we're doing another one. I love doing feather paintings. I think that they're super relaxing. They're always in my comfort zone. They're going to be animals, which I always prefer over people, and they're going to be like a portrait, which I always prefer over full body, and they're not going to have a background, which is also something I struggle with. So the feather paintings are my comfort pieces, and I enjoy having them in between the pieces that I'm pushing myself on the other more difficult fronts. I think it's important to always have little pieces that are in your comfort zone to kind of remind yourself of how you love art. Like it can be very stressful to always be pushing that envelope and going back to your roots and going back to what makes you happy and is easy is always an enjoyable experience, and we should be enjoying creating art even if it's a profession. I think it's important to occasionally have the piece that's just pure enjoyment, and that's what the feather paintings are for me. And as an added bonus, I sell them, so I'm getting paid for pieces that I absolutely love, which is the goal, isn't it? On a personal note, nothing happened today. I lead a very boring life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a homebody. I'm introverted. I play a lot of video games. I read books. I bird watch. I'm getting up there in years, so your girl doesn't go out and do anything exciting very often. We did go to the pools today just because we still don't have a shower. So today was a shower day. So we went to the pools, hung out in the pools for a couple hours, and then took our showers and ate and came home. And that was the end of the day. I actually didn't even watch a show or play any games today because I was tired. I was exhausted. So I just went to bed. So for tomorrow, what are our plans for tomorrow? Tomorrow I need to finish the feather painting. So we're going to be working on that three-eyed owl again, getting that finished early in the morning. I also have my contractors coming tomorrow. They are going to be bringing our shower door, which is super exciting. I'm telling you, I don't know if I've been this excited about anything in a really long time. The shower door means I will be able to use my own shower, which I have not been able to do for 3 weeks. I think actually maybe even a month. I think we're coming up on a month, which is crazy. So they're coming in with a shower, and then they're also coming in with a dumpster. They're going to remove all of the garbage because they completely gutted our bathroom and removed all the walls and all the flooring and redid all the sheetrock and stuff. So there's a lot of garbage from that has just been sitting in my backyard. We have a huge winter storm coming this weekend. So I want to get that stuff out of here before that winter storm hits, because otherwise it's going to get buried and frozen and they're just not going to be able to get it out until the spring. And I don't want to have to deal with having to contact them again in the spring and having them come out, because honestly, I don't trust them to come out after the job is done and they've been fully paid. So we're going to push for it now. And I was successful, so they are going to be doing it today, which is exciting as well, but not as exciting as the shower door. So for the bathroom, all that's left is after the shower door is installed, we are still waiting on the countertop for the vanity and the shelving for the wall. We're getting it made out of the same material as the countertop so that it matches. And then, of course, they have to install the sink. We're getting a vessel sink and the faucet after the countertop is installed. And then that's going to be it. Then we're going to have our house back, which is, like I said, very exciting. So that's just about it for me today. I hope you guys had a glorious day and got a lot of work done, or, relaxed and had a lot of chill time. Whatever you did, I hope it was awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye!